Pointer system, hours later. Patera? Patera. Doe, Reese, Captain Harsh, Engineer McCready, and Darren Meeks. So nice to see you again, Agent. Get out. First you were thinking about apple pies, now it's fire trucks. You're really good at consciousness wandering. No, out now, Agent. No, I really want apple pies. Meeks, going. Good to see you again, Captain Fed. Same, Sergeant Minor. So, though, what's the word? The word, Captain, is it's time to unite our efforts again. So carrying your refugees and really need them gone from the Heimdall. We've left ours and Jack Gar 4 only 2 days ago, and at the moment we're in no condition to retake any. Jack Gar 4? That's the same idea, but the place is a shithole though. Still better than being ashes and surface to us 3, I guess. I'll see what I can do for them. I'll take them to Jack Gar if I've no other choice. I'll trust you do right by them, Captain. But now we've more important matters to discuss. The reason you called us here, we presume. Outward. The data course, the information, proved that the Federation's reckless experiments unleashed aliens in the Quadrant led to the destruction of Duar's Tree. You want to hit back the Federation. How? We leak the information to the network, spread it as far as across the Quadrant as possible. You'll need to assault a major relay station. It won't be easy even with 2 battlecruisers. Lieutenant Reyes wants to know where you were listening. I'm always listening, though. Fair enough, and quite right you are. 4 relay stations exist, 4 with enough juice in the right positioning. We only need 1. The ones in Centilius and New Aegis are obviously out of the question. Utter suicide to go there. Yes, which leaves only the platforms Sigma Taurus and Alpha Proximus as viable options. Sigma Taurus remains under Federation control and was reinforced just 21 hours ago. Alpha Proximus, on the other hand, was overtaken by the UEC 5 days ago, and is least offended of the 4. Sam? Confirmed. Alright, so we assault Alpha Proximus and take control of their installations. And use their communication array to broadcast the truth across the quadrant. It all sounds delightful, but still not an easy fight, gentlemen. To take the platform, we'll need to deploy our structures within their perimeter, but all the resource nodes are outside the fortifications. I've thought about it, Lieutenant. We'll separate our forces, and we'll do a house rejects assault the platform. Me and my men will deploy outside the walls and mine all we can. Keep your forces well supplied. Sounds doable. I have a better idea. I say my house rejects take on the UEC along with your forces. We're dependent on resources to stand a chance, Captain. I know. The Zerg will mine them for us. The Zerg? Right. You two need to see something. They're smart. You're about to meet royalty. They're such smug bastards. It's fantastic. A royal meeting. Where I was cell chamber, battlecruiser Heimdall, half hour later. I'm gonna use her pet pincushion again. So you say this particular Zerg creature is their leader? Yes, she controls the Zergs through some sort of psionic connection. They're all mindless chess pieces to her. Children, I'm sure she'll critique. Why in the friggin' hell haven't you killed it yet? She's the only thing keeping the bastards anywhere close to controlled. If she dies, we don't know how much more dangerous this existing Zerg will become. It's kind of like the Scourge in Warcraft. We've spotted some of them, bigger than an ancestor supercarrier. Alright, that's all I'll take in. Did the ghost manage to read her mind? You know all of this for certain? We also had it confirmed from Red. Ah, you UEC prisoner. Makes sense. He'll know from the information they're fed from the Kapuru sector. You really want them to attack Alpha Proximus? How are you planning to instruct this thing on strategy? Ryla, want to introduce yourself, bitch? And amaze their simple minds. Pathetic Terrans. What the serious fuck? We had the same reaction, believe me. Damn bitch can trash talk like there's no tomorrow. Good. This is good. But will she play along with it? We can't have her refuse follow orders halfway through a fight, Captain. Oh, here you go again. They're gonna awaken something in her now. Someday, Terran Harsh, I will. Keep pushing it, hon. We've also installed a kill switch to her cell. Flip it, she roasts in there. Control her, control the Zerg. Power of an alien race at her fingertips. Let's prep our forces, Captain. Alpha Proximus awaits us, and the Quadrant awaits the truth. And the refugees? I need them gone from my ship. I'll assist you with them after we've educated Zentilius of the Federation's atrocities on the Rust Tree. Oh, I will hold you to that, though. The one issue here is the next mission's called Divided We Fall. You know, say if she ever does break out of her confinement and whatnot. No, she's... I know, I've just a skit going in my head now. She'll just... You know, she gone through the electrocution so much, she'll start thinking back fondly to it, realizing that, you know, she always actually, wanted that. Waking her inner M. The hardest of hard M's. Electrocute me more, Daddy. Actually, I just had a flashback to some weird art I saw online. What was it? Oh Christ! I just saw like the mini map for this, and so many dots on it. What was I saying? But remember in Starcraft 1 how Karrigan, is infested and taken into the swarm? Well, someone kind of took this similar idea, a human being infested and, brought into an alien race. But instead of being like a mobile unit like Karrigan, they were turned into a broodmother, literally birthing units. As creepy as that sounds, the person was a little too into it. As in the character, not the person drawing them. Well, they might have been a bit too into it too, for all I know. Only reason I brought that up is I just suddenly had that flashing before my eyes. It's like PTSD, but for smut. My post-traumatic stress disorder. Act 2, Mission 6, Divided We Fall. Tigranis asteroid field has become a battlefield for the ever-increasing conflict between the Federation warfare and United Earth Coalition. As the two factions clashed, the House Rejects and Rebels made their escape of Tigranis and onto outer space. their battle cruisers Heimdall and Spartan, one powered by the hybrid and the other by the alien power core, docked together hours later to plan their next move, leaked information from the Hydra complex data cores to the entirety of the Canadian quadrant, and exposed the Federation of their part in the fall of the Earth 3. To achieve this, their combined forces have committed to assault the space platform Alpha Proximus, wrested from the UEC, and use its communication arrays to broadcast the truth. Unfortunately, the Earthborn's armoured presence on the platform has forced them to request the unwilling help of a monster. To Doe and Reese's surprise, Harsh revealed the existence of a prisoner deep within the Heimdall. Ryla, the queen leader of the swarm, is now known to them, and is once more under threat of pain, agreed to assist the Terrans in their endeavours. While the Heimdall and Spartan travel to reach the platform, Harsh and the bridge's officers prepare for the upcoming battle, and confront Kavsky about his parentage that they've conveniently forgot to mention to the rebels. Alpha Proximus is heavily defended by the UEC, and only with a strong army and proper usage of your main command center's abilities can you succeed. Prioritize defending your Terran outpost while keeping a steady stream of income flowing from the swarm hive. One other thing that flashed before my eyes there's a person on Twitter. I'm afraid I can never remember their name. Let me see if while I'm talking, and hopefully I can multitask. Sometimes I have difficulty multitasking, like remembering what I'm saying and speaking, because I'm kind of absent-minded, or easily distracted. But there's this one person on Twitter, they do like these little bits of art, these little black and white comics, and it's typically, slutty elves being, here it is, Bal Buddy, B-A-L, let me start again, B-A-A-L, Buddy, B-U-D-D-Y, on Twitter. They do like these little comics, and like frequently it's like, slutty elf being, ignored, or whatnot, or dabbed at, or what have you. Just funny things. The other one that's just flashed before me here was Paladin versus Horrific Abomination Girl. Due to the addition of girl at the end, it just sounds like a really, odd hero name. Here we have Superman, Batman, Power Girl, and Horrific Abomination Girl to save the day. Punish me more, master. But anyway, it's a funny comic. The only reason I brought it up was I was making a joke before about the Queen, realizing she was actually into electrocution. Is like, electrocute me more, daddy. It did the same joke here, and again, flashed before me. Again, normally I try and remain focused on this, but I know I'm much more scatterbrained and all over the place recently. Typical son, I'm happy. I just get drunk on it and don't know how to control it. It's not as bad as normal, but still I'm scatterbrained as hell. But yeah, check out his comics. They are cute and a bit lewd, but that's no complaint to me. So yeah, Bal Buddy. Hard as Odysseus' cock. Divided we fall, en route to UEC-occupied Alpha Proximus, Heimdall Bridge, 4:47 shipboard log, and 4:47 p.m. And that's how it goes. The Louis Kravsky, who I've known for 3 years, turns out to be Alexander Rourke, son to the Grand Marshal of the Federation of Warfare. Same damn government hunting us down after framing us for treason. It took Sam hours to find the photo of you in the database, and the few that she found are from your childhood. Pretty impressive that you managed to raise any chances of being recognized. My father did that before the war started, to keep me hidden from the Parisian collective. Caring father, is he? So what's the beef with him? Why don't you want anything to do with the old man? That's my concern and mine alone. Stay out of it. Your concern? How are we supposed to trust you now, Lewis? Alexander. Whatever your name is. The same way I trust you. You chose to join us, Reuben. To be a house reject. They're the only family I have. This is where my loyalty lies, Captain. Ask your lie detector. Don't need to. I believe you, Kravsky. I really do. But what we're about to embark on might bite your father hard. We've no idea who was behind the rebellion on Doris 3, or the Zerg cloning, but whomever it was led to over 2 million people being killed by Ragnarok payloads. An entire world was scorched to cover one hell of a mistake. We're dead center of it. We're caught in a war between the Federation and the UEC, and both sides are gunning for us. One thing I can say is that there's no way my father's part of it. He's a cold bastard, but that man bleeds honor. I hope so. He may prove himself our salvation eventually. Jared, you need to wrap this up. We're arriving at Alpha Proximus. The conversation we just had on this bridge stays on the bridge. Who Kravsky is still who he was before this unfortunate turn of events. Right, you all heard the man. Understood, sir. Aye, Void. I kind of zoned out there. Sorry, I have a terrible attention span. Like I said, I get really absent-minded and just... Ooh, butterflies. Well, I'll just remain fixated on what I'm reading. Captain Harsh, welcome to Alpha Proximus. We're standing ready. Gents, had another look into the specs of the platform and noticed the artificial gravity generators on open ground, exposed and inaccessible, around the Battle of Jericho Rise. One of the Federation's biggest feats in the war. Brilliant idea, Sam. We'll see what we can do. Kravsky, get to Rylo's room. Want to prove yourself? This is your chance. I will. Just watch me. Doe, the Zerg are setting up. Reese, let's roll out. Okay, Phantom bunkers. Christ. So much to read. Seriously, the amount of war they write, my god. It's the most I think I've seen in any of them. Then again, others did, Antioch. They did cutscenes, full voice cutscenes that did go on for a fair bit, especially that one during the holdout. So, maybe, this here just shows it to you, it's a huge block of text, which may make it seem bigger, while having the others being voice acted, and, here's the line, okay, here's the line, 2 lines, parcel it out a bit more. It might, in some ways, make it seem smaller, because it's not just being you're not being hit over the head with a sledgehammer, you're being repeatedly shipped instead. Of all the communication arrays in the Cardaean Quadrant, only 4 are capable of deep space burst transmission, enough power to achieve what the House, Rejects, and Rebels have set out to do. 2 of them, one in the capital world of Centilius, and another on the 2nd most populated planet, New Hagus, are far too defended for an assault to be possible. This leaves only the space platforms of Sigma Taurus, occupied by the Federation, and Alpha Proximus, overtaken by the UEC, as viable options. Due to UC being seen as a more despicable enemy, Alpha Proximus was chosen as the one to broadcast the data cores info from. I thought it was an easier target. For the assault on Alpha Proximus to succeed, the House Rejects have joined forces with rebels from Duros 3, along with the unwilling assistance of Zerg Swarm. The House Rejects and rebels constitute the Terran outpost within UEC fortifications and will take on the brunt of their forces all the way to the comm center. Swarm, on the other hand, has grown a hive outside of fortifications where natural resources can still be found. Each army is controlled separately, and the Zerg need to expand to harvest minerals and pick up Vespene for the Terran outpost. Keep Terrans defended at all times, and we must keep in mind that transforming resources will leave Zerg with nothing. Maintaining a strong economy is essential, but both factions should never be left without a standing army. Cliff jumping units like Reapers, Raptors, and Hunters can enter or exit fortifications, and when doing so, will become part of the army of the side to reign. Despite having their armies outnumbered by UEC and Alpha Proximus, those Rejects and Rebels can even the odds by employing heavy support from the battlecruisers. Heimdall Assault. The House Rejects Hammerhead battlecruiser can be dispatched to warp jump to a target location, lay siege on all enemies within it for a short duration. To maximize the destruction, the Heimdall will periodically fire its Yamato cannon on random structures within range. Spartan Assault. Upon targeting location, the Rebels' Juggernaut battlecruiser will jump to it and empower its countermeasures, destroying all enemy projectiles for a short duration. Additionally, all friendly units in the area beneath the Spartan will be safeguarded, having their armor increased. This space platform stands powered by a complex grid of generators scattered on it. To achieve the longest range possible for the broadcast, all power needs to be rerouted to the comm center. They control the auxiliary generators and keep them defended with a mobile force or even widow mines, as no structures can be built in their areas. The more generators that get rerouted, the less power will flow to the UEC structures, thus weakening attack waves going for the Terran outpost. Because of this, UEC will try and wrest the generators back. I'm locating several signal jamming antennas on the platform. Are they a problem? As long as they stand, our transmission isn't going anywhere. We're on it. Relay their locations. Rail is chosen. Increase the maximum of energy and its regen for queens. Cool. We have to get the freighters. We have freighters incoming with resources. Shape up, men, and get this place defended. Ooh, detail. Nice. Ah. Now they're under my command. Alright.
Big job, huh? Go ahead.
Come on, people, we need to secure our outpost.